In the Tunnel.
In the tunnel.
In the Tunnel. You're listening to In the Tunnel.
Hello and welcome to In the Tunnel, episode number 60. We are returning to probably our favorite episode last year, won't you say?
Oh yeah, still my favorite.
And
we've done some stuff where we walked away thinking, damn, we did a good job. Nothing tops the high of March Madness time. Hopefully it'll be just as fun this year as it was last year.
So yeah, he said it's the return of March Madness. We did this time last year, and we're going to continue. So we will, unfortunately, it's a little hard to see, but we had the wheel pick the March Madness winner, and it ended up being Chicago State, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but was one of the worst records in the league at the time.
Could have happened to anybody. Yes. Yes, maybe the worst. You know what? Let's do some research back here. If I could find this goddamn internet. Right. Chicago State.
It was Chicago State versus Mississippi Valley State.
Neither of those sound like good inserts. Let's see. Let's see here. The Chicago State Cougars. No, we're looking at last year, Google. Not this year. Let's see. They were 3-29 last year, 0-16 in conference, 0-19 on the road. They had at one point lost 21 straight games.
Oh my!
Still are champions.
Yeah,
and they played against who?
Mississippi Valley State.
Mississippi. Yeah.
But
Google doesn't even predict it.
But as I'm saying, right? This is probably the only bracket where you'll get Louisville in the
playing
round, right?
Yeah, it depends on the seed, but yeah, the playing games. Mississippi Valley State was 6-26.
Oh, okay.
But their worst losing streak at the end of the year was 2. But they were 0-20 on the road. So
how?
The real question is how do you only have 12 home games and 20 road games? But this is why March Madness is great, and I've got the same statistics for this year, all lined up for analysis. So I'm ready. I am ready to roll.
But before we do that, let's pick some conference winners, huh?
Yes, determining conference championships, which we do this in true In the Tunnel fashion, is we're going to spin wheels for all the conference championships and then immediately throw that all out the window as we pick the March Madness tournament. Because, as you know, for March Madness, you get all the conference tournament winners. So we're going to predict those. But we're not going to do that in a way that makes sense and then bring it all to, March Madness. Because while that involves us having a committee and seeding these teams, and Sean and I both work full-time, and there's just no way that either of us have that kind of time.
Yeah, unfortunately, huh?
You couldn't put together a Reddit focus group for this kind of stuff.
Anyway, so we'll do the first half of teams this episode and the next half of teams next episode.
For the conference champions.
Yeah, or next first half of conferences, and next half of conferences.
Yep. Indeed.
So, as we're basically going in alphabetical order, let's start with the America East Conference. Now, do you even know anybody on the teams here?
Oh, no. Not
All
a
right.
chance.
Let's just spin then.
Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. Lamb and veal. Lamb and veal.
So, it's New Hampshire.
I was hoping for the South Hampshire. All right. New Hampshire, UNH. Hockey school, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
There you go. There's Sean's basketball input. He thinks it's a hockey school.
Anything to say about them?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. We're doing this whole analysis thing.
Are we? I mean, we could just do them all and throw them out the window in like 10 minutes.
They are 13-13, 6-7 in conference, 5.5 games back, 9-2 at home. That is a good sign. 4-11 away.
That is not a good sign.
Yeah, but 9-2 at home. Normally, we're looking for some kind of, stupidity stat that lacks competence regardless of where you play.
All right. Anyway, on to the American Athletic Conference.
Otherwise known as the AAC for people who don't care. Houston. All right, here we go. Looking things up in the computer. That's not good.
Why is that not good?
Microsoft Word is being a pain in my ass, Sean.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, Houston. They're actually number one in the American Athletic Conference at 21-7, 11-4 in conference, 12-2 at home, 6-5 away, 3-0 in neutral site games.
I'm actually surprised it picked a really good team so quickly.
Nah.
Okay.
There's always some kind of stupidity, and then it's always followed up with a competent thought. It's kind of like the world we live in.
Okay. Anyway, on to the Atlantic 10 Conference?
Yeah. Is it going to be Duquesne's year? Probably not.
No.
Old Presidency. George Washington is 12-15. They are 7-7 at home, 3-7 away, but 2-1 in neutral site games. They are currently in, let's see here. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9th place in the Atlantic 10, which coincidentally has 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Other 14 or 15 teams, I'm not going to count that many.
Oh my. Once it goes past the number of fingers you have, you're done?
Hey, I got past 10.
Okay.
I don't know what you want from me.
Anyway, on to the ACC.
ACC.
Any hope of getting a good school from this?
Well, North Carolina sucks this year, so you tell me. It's probably going to be them.
Pitt?
Nope, not a chance. Told you. Not even that side of the wheel. Florida State. The third best team in the conference and only half game back of the lead in the ACC. They are 14-0 at home, 6-4 away, and 3-0 in neutral site games.
All right, that's not bad.
Dare I say, a tournament team.
You dare, apparently.
Beggars can't be choosers, but choosers can beg.
Okay, whatever that means.
That has absolutely nothing to do with it, what we're talking about right now.
All right, on to the Atlantic Sun Conference.
Sure. I'm listening, Sean. Let's paint a picture together here.
Not really much to say about them.
Stetson. That's your favorite school.
Is it now?
I mean, it's kind of like Rowan, right?
I don't think they're similar at all.
All right, so Stetson, they're 15-14, 9-5 in conference, 7-5 at home, 7-8 on the road, and 1-1 in neutral site game.
Okay.
Also, if you can name Stetson's team name, you might win something because
Who else knows?
the hell if I know. All right, let's look it up and find us. Stetson basketball. Oh boy. All right. The Hatters. Their logo is literally a hat on top of the letters S and U.
Okay.
No, that's it. There's very little creativity in this.
Okay. On to what, the Big 12?
Word.
Anyway.
TCU.
TCU it is.
And I screwed up on my... Oh boy, Sean.
What happened?
I missed something.
Oh.
Alright, let's see here. TCU. No, not TCUI. That's right, you guys spell out Texas Christian. 15-12. They're 6-8 in the conference, 13-4 at home, 1-7 on the road. Jeez, 1-1 in neutral site games.
Okay.
Not a great team.
No. All right, on to the Big East.
All right, this desperately screams Creighton.
Creighton? Why?
I don't know, white people. All right, Butler. Butler, the best team that you know that is 19-9. That's all I'm going to give you.
Okay. Nothing else to say about Butler, huh? Just the fact that they're 19-9.
Look, that'll be a tournament team. Probably. Maybe. Could happen.
All right.
They suck. They've played way less road games than home games. How about that?
I mean, there was a team that played 12 home games and 20 road games already.
True, but Butler's played 15 home games and 10 away games.
Oh, okay. How about neutral site?
3.
Okay. On to...
Damn it, you got me to give you more information than I wanted to.
On to the Big Sky Conference. Why is that a name?
Oh, wait till we get to some of these others, Sean. You haven't seen anything yet.
Do I
Not
want
that
to?
you want to. I was about to. I know you. Idaho potato. I was hoping it would be Southern Idaho.
Why?
I don't know. Is that it? Okay. Who's worse at basketball, Idaho or Idaho State? Take
Idaho.
a guess. No, it's Idaho State, but by a measly game.
Oh.
Idaho is 7-20.
Uh-huh.
They are 3-13 in conference, 4-9 at home, 2-10 away, and 1-1 in neutral site games.
Okay.
Idaho State 6-19.
Oh. Okay.
Could have happened to any team in Idaho.
All right. Big South.
Oh, the Big South, the Big Mouth. Spin that wheel. All right, Charleston Southern. Still never been to Charleston because of that one girl who who broke up with me back in the day.
I don't know if that's a good reason not to go to Charleston.
She said it was a great city.
Oh.
She said she wanted to go with me. Then we broke up.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't pay me at all years later. Charleston Southern is 13-15, 7-9 in conference, and just above average at home, just below average away. And this one's boring.
All right, Big Ten. Less boring?
Unless it's like Rutgers. And it almost was.
Almost.
Michigan. Oh, ho, ho. Michigan. 18-9, 9-7 in conference, 10-4 at home, 4-5 away, and 4-0 in neutral site games. So they're built for those tournament days.
Okay. Any chance?
The Wolverines.
Any chance for the March Madness tournament?
I don't know. Somewhere between 1 and 100.
Not 0.
I mean, everybody's got a chance.
Really? Anyway, Big West.
Oh boy, UC Riverside. They are 15-14. A true school that represents all that is good with March by being the second worst team in their conference
Oh,
and having a 5-10 away record.
I was waiting for something like that to be said.
Yeah. I'm still tuning up.
Okay. On to
I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet, though.
Oh, okay.
For this episode.
Okay. On to the CAA. What does that stand for? Do we know?
Colonial Athletic Association.
Conference. Okay.
No, that would be the CAC.
Oh, okay.
Do you know letters?
Well,
You
no,
don't
I
know
was
my-
just
I
going to
know
add
the
conference
answer.
to the end of association.
I know you don't know letters.
Anyway, spinning.
Do, 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 do. Elon. A North Carolina school, I think.
It is a North Carolina school.
All right, they are the fourth worst team in the CAA at 11-19 and having won just under 37% of their games. They are 7-10 in conference and 3-11 on the road.
Okay.
Oh boy, not good.
And then we have the CUSA?
Conference USA.
Conference
That's-
USA. Okay.
It's like Comp USA, the old technology store that went under.
Oh, yeah. All right. Anyway. Who's going to go under in this one?
Gamblers. Western Kentucky, the Hilltoppers. They are the third best team in that conference. 18-9 and 11-4 in conference. Their worst record in any department is their 5-5 away. There you go. Waxing poetic. That's not the right wheel, Sean. All right, the Horizon League.
The Horizon League. All right. Out of the 3 leagues left, we got Horizon.
And it's going to be Youngstown State. The third best team in the Horizon League. At a measly, did I say measly, 16-13, 4-9 away, 9-7 in conference, but an impressive 12-4 at home.
Okay.
There you go.
On to the Ivy League.
And if you don't think that this is Browns to lose.
I mean, it's currently anyone's to win.
Correct. Nailed it right on the head.
Oh boy, the wheel agrees with you for once.
It'll be the last time.
Yep.
All right, Brown. They are 13-10, literally the middle of the pack of the Ivy League.
Okay.
6-4 in conference, 10-2 at home, but 3-8 away.
All right.
All right, let's finish up.
With the MAAC, what does that stand for?
Stands for the Metro Atlantic Athletic Conference.
Oh God. Okay.
St. Peter's. Good luck telling me where St. Peter's is. I do not believe you.
All right. Well, I'm assuming nobody would believe us anyway.
Nope, wouldn't happen. All right, so let's see here where we have by St. Peter's. Put the little dot. The best team in the MAAC at 15-11. And a reoccurring theme where everybody in this fucking list is underneath 500 in the away record at 5-8. Literally everybody in this conference has an away record below 500. I don't know how that's possible. The MAAC is the conference of protecting home court.
Protecting home court?
Well, yeah, because all the away records are garbage.
All right, I guess.
All right.
All right.
Let's see here. It's time for the main show. That was like the warm-up.
Yeah. All right, so we're just going to get to it. So we have 9 wheels today, and we're going to go one by one, choosing one team from each wheel until we fill the list. Right?
It's time to spin that wheel.
All right, so...
I love it when Sean just, lets it be awkward silence.
Casually ignore you.
Okay. Same thing, really.
All right. Anyway, so first wheel. We kind of just took all the teams and divided them in 9. So, yeah.
I helped. The Richmond Spiders. All right. Sean's going to type up the graphics from now on. I'm just going to do research here. The 20-7 Richmond Spiders of the Atlantic 10 Conference, who are 10-4 in conference, 12-2 at home, 7-3 away, and 1-2 in neutral site games. The Richmond Spiders.
All right.
All right.
Anything else to say about them? You just want to find out who they're facing for the play-in.
I don't like spiders.
Okay. Well, let's just see who they're facing for the play-in.
Spiders are gross.
Oof.
Oh boy, we're back in the tournament. The Pittsburgh Panthers. The 15-13 Pittsburgh Panthers, the fourth worst team in the ACC, with a 6-11 conference record, 11-6 at home,
Wait,
2-7 away.
Fourth worst team in the ACC?
Yeah, we were good when we were in the Big East, Sean. Pay attention.
Oh.
That was only like 7 years ago. And we are 2-0 in neutral site games. So Stay tuned on that one because one of those was against Duquesne.
All right. Next, for play-ins for the 11th seed.
11th seed. Spreading it. 11th seed. Wisconsin Badgers. And we have our first Big Ten team on the board as the 17-10 fifth place Wisconsin Badgers, who hold a 63% winning share this season, 10-6 in conference, 13-1 at home, 4-6 away, and an ungodly 0-3 neutral site record.
So they're gonna, even if they make it, they're gonna do terrible in this tournament, they should just lose out.
Yeah, I mean, look, Sean, everybody in half the teams that plausibly will make this should do terrible. But that's what the beauty of March Madness is. Everybody has a chance.
Right. Anyway, next, who's gonna face them?
Cal State Fullerton.
Are they even on this wheel?
Nope, probably not.
Florida International.
Florida International. The school that Lane Kiffin built. The 17-10, the exact same record. Florida International Golden Panthers. With an 8-6 conference record. Yeah, you don't need to type that all out.
Yeah, I can't type that.
11-1 at home, 5-8 on the road, and 1-1 in neutral site games out of the Conference USA. The Florida Panthers, basically. Basically what they are. I mean, there's a Florida and there's a Panthers in there, so.
So not figuratively. All right. Anyway, on to the next 2-16 seed.
Go Bobcats. Coppin State Eagles. Okay, Sean. This is the kind of stuff we live for here.
Oh, is it?
No.
Oh, dang it.
Oh, it kind of is.
Oh.
The 9-20 Coppin State Eagles, the fourth worst team in the MEAC, with a 5-9 conference record, 5-5 at home, and 4-15 away. With no neutral site games, the Coppin Staters are dancing.
All right, well, who are they going to play? Let's see.
I hope it's Coppin State Fullerton.
Fresno.
Fresno State, the fourth worst team in the Mountain West, at 10-18 with a 6-11 conference record. 6-7 at home, 4-10 away, and I think maybe, just maybe, our first team that does not have a winning record in either home or away games.
Dang.
Right.
Last two play-ins. Last two play-ins. Let's go.
All right. It is the Ole Miss Rebels. MISSISSIPPI. I spelled that wrong.
Yeah.
All right, the second to worst SEC team at 13-14, 4-10 in conference, 10-5 at home, 1-8 on the road, and 2-1 neutral site games. Last year was a lot more comical than this has been so far. You know what? Plenty of time.
Dude, we are only 7 picks in, now 8. Plenty of time.
61 to go.
Oh, yeah. Ready? Last play-in.
All right, Sean.
Denver.
Out of the Summit League at 6-22. Somehow not the worst team in their conference.
Oh, God.
At 2-12 in conference, 5-8 at home, 0-13 on the road.
Neutral?
1-1, amazingly. So basically, they do have, in a way, win in some sense, the Denver Pioneers.
God. Oh, man. That's good. See, you asked for something.
I did.
And now on to the main bracket.
Woo! That's all I have to say, Sean. There are no words for March Madness, just sounds.
So, since we had 9 wheels, the 9th wheel gets to put their first team directly into the number 1 spot.
Sliding into their DMs.
Oh boy, you ready?
No!
Well,
Yes.
Too bad.
Oh. I thought you were a good friend.
I'm just blunt.
Okay. I don't even know what that team name is. The San Diego Toreros. Oh boy.
Dude, I could barely spell it with it in front of me.
They are the second the worst team in that conference that Gonzaga plays in. Oh wait, no, they're tied for last.
In the conference that Gonzaga plays in, your absolute favorite team.
It's better than Gonzaga. All right. They are 9-20, 2-12 in conference. Only a solid 11 games back. They could win out and still need a little bit more. 6-8 at home, 3-9 on the road, 0-3 in neutral site games.
All right. Well, who gets
Toreros?
So they get the winner of the play-in, the first play-in match we decided.
Between the Spiders and the Panthers.
Yeah. So we're going to jump and see who gets the 8 seed.
What about a Spider Panther?
I don't know about that one.
Oh. All right.
Was it going to be Duquesne?
No. St. Louis. The Billa somethings. Billikens, I guess. Whatever the heck that is. They are in the Atlantic 10, so you did get the conference, right? And in fact, they own one more win than Duquesne.
Oh.
They are 19-8, 8-6 in the conference, 13-3 at home, 4-4 away, with a 2-1 neutral site game. And I just posed the question: why in college basketball do so many teams have so many more home games than away games?
I don't know.
Because in football, you're supposed to have equal share.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I could be wrong.
All right. Really anyway, who are they playing at 9 seed?
Real spin. And the North Alabama Lions. The Atlantic Sun's first conference team, 11-16, 6-8 in conference, 8-4 at home, 3-12 on the road. The North Alabama Lions.
All right, so these teams have been like middle pack mostly.
Indeed. We need more extremes.
Like the San Diego Toreros?
Kinda, yeah.
Alright, well, let's see if this wheel can give us something extreme for the 5th seed.
There's still plenty of time to make a statement in life.
Oh, yeah.
The Portland State Vikings. All
what do we have
14
about
and
them?
14.
Wait, what?
14 and 14.
Dang.
8-8 in conference. 9-3 at home. 4-11 on the road. 1-0 neutral site. Literally the most average of teams. I need more mediocrity.
Alright. Well, let's see if they can, who they're facing can bring us some more.
I need more.
We'll see.
I've never been happy. The University of Texas at El Paso. 14-14, 5-10 in conference, 12-4 at home, 1-9 on the and 1-1 in neutral site games. This is where it's going to be funny this year. Is it's literally just going to be a disappointment for us.
All right. Anyway, 4th seed.
What the heck is a UTEP anyway?
I didn't even know it was University of Texas at El Paso. I was like, what could possibly be that abbreviation?
Oh, at least we learned something today. That the wheel fucked us over once again.
Anyway, 4th seed.
Dartmouth.
Dartmouth.
10-15 overall, with a 3-7 record in the conference, 6-4 at home, 3-10 away, and apparently anybody can win neutral site games because Dartmouth also has won at least one of them.
God, why?
Seriously, what arenas is every college basketball team playing in? Because every fucking team has a neutral site game.
I don't know, man.
Like Alabama State has 5 neutral site games. Why even bother having a home arena?
Anyway, let's see who Dartmouth is playing.
The Big Green. It would be great if it was North Texas and it was the Big Green versus the Mean Green. All right, the Drake Bulldogs. They are 18-11, 8-8 in conference, 14-1 at home, 2-9 on the road, and 2-1 at neutral site games. Boring.
All right, on to the second half of the Region 1.
Word.
Hopefully, it could be a little bit more
Nope. It
exciting.
won't be. Is there ever been such a thing?
I don't think so. All right. Anyway, let's go.
Let's roll. It's the second place in the Patriot League at 17-12, 11-5 in conference, 9-3 at home, 7 away, 0-2 at neutral site games. It's the Boston University Terriers.
All right. Let's see who they're playing.
Are you starting to give up as much hope as I am?
Nah, I'll give up as much hope when this region finishes.
Fine. Sounds like a fair trade. Alabama A&M. Okay. Here we go. From the Southwestern Athletic Association, put an Alabama school or multiple of them in the Southwestern Conference. It's the 7-17, but still not last place. Alabama A&M, who's 4-9 in conference, 5-3 at home, 2-15 away. Because again, somehow you're allowed to only have 8 home games with 15 away games, and 0-1 in neutral site games on top of it.
Hey, okay, there's some hope.
There's no hope. We
Some.
need to go lower than like 6 wins.
All right, anyway, let's this will be the second pass through all the wheels, so let's see what the last wheel gives us for our number 3 seed of this conference. Or this region, sorry.
Can't even read that. Appalachian State. That school up in Boone. 16-13, 10-8 in conference, 9-4 at home, 6-8 on the road, 1-1 in neutral site games. The Appalachian State Mountaineers.
All right.
Spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel, okay. All right.
LaSalle Explorers.
The wheel gets the LaSalle Explorers, right?
Explorer. I don't even know her. All right. I got really motivated by the fact that they were like so low in the standings, but they're 13-13. They're 4-10 in conference, 7-6 at home, 3-7 on the road, 3-0 neutral site games. Our team's so bad, but yet still average.
Oh my god, that's great, dude.
My misery is entertaining for people.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing I'm not single.
All right, anyway, on to the next one. Oh.
Mountaineers, drinking all sorts of mountain beers. The 19-8 West Virginia Mountaineers, who are 7-7 in conference, 13-1 at home, 3-7 away, and 3-0 in neutral site games. Out of the Big 12.
Literally anybody can win a neutral site game. What the heck?
I'm telling you, man, it's comical.
All right. Anyway, next, who are they facing? The Spartans.
Michigan State. the other Spartan school. The 18-9 Michigan State. 10-6 conference record, 10-3 at home, 5-4 away, 3-2 in conference games. Or neutral site games.
Okay. That makes more sense.
I don't know how to read.
I don't know how to respond to that.
We certainly did find a way to, though.
Anyway, on to who's the number 2 seed.
I hope it's me this year.
Can't be just you.
Oh. Hey, it's one of my alma maters.
Oh.
The number 1 team in the Colonial Athletic Association at 22-7, 13-3 in conference, 9-3 at home, 11-4 away, and 2-0 in neutral site games. The Hofstra Pride. Shout out!
Is this
Avalanche
actually going to be
Lingala.
possible?
For them to win it all?
Yeah.
No. Probably going to get knocked out first round.
All right. Hey, who gets the luck of facing them?
It would be great if UNCG was on that wheel. And it was just both my colleges going against each other.
The Akron Zips.
The the number 1 in the MAC Akron Zips. 21-6, 11-3 in conference, 13-2 at home, 7-3 away, 1-1 neutral site. Literally everybody plays a neutral site game. I wouldn't be surprised if they're just all playing like outside of barns.
All right, so that's Region 1.
What are your thoughts, Sean?
Some of it, like the last of the play-ins and the first few of the Region 1 was like funny and, totally, I guess, out there. And then it kind of like, I don't expect some of these teams aren't going to be in this order, I don't think, but like, you don't know. They actually had good records and stuff.
Sure, something like that.
All right, anyway, Region 2. Who's going to start us off at the 1 seed, and the 11 seed gets the play-in this year? This time.
The Indiana State Sycamores. Indiana State, they're better than Indiana. They're 16-11, 9-7 in conference, 11-1 at home, 3-8 away, 2-2 in neutral site games, and people don't talk about enough that that's where Larry Bird went to college and the last time that they were ever good.
Okay, who's going to face them at 16?
The Jesus Christ Institute for Latter-day Saints.
How about Auburn?
Auburn, the nationally ranked Auburn. The 23-4 Auburn. The 10-4 in conference, 15-0 at home Auburn. That's all I have to say about that.
All right, on to the 8th seed.
Lamar. The 15-13 Lamar. Out of the Southland Conference, these are all words I've never said together before.
We definitely said these words together last year.
Not for Lamar and not the word Southland. I'm sure that we, had teams from there. Because I'm pretty sure Nicholls State was one of those teams.
Yep.
But, yeah. They're 9-8 in conference, 9-4 at home, 6-9 away. Amazingly, no neutral site games.
Dang. Okay.
Really shitting the bed this year.
Yeah.
You ask me.
All right. Let's see who they play.
They couldn't find the YMCA to play half their games at.
Oh God.
All right, we had North Alabama. How about South Alabama? The South Alabama Jaguars, who are 18-11, 11-7 in conference, 9-5 at home, 7-5 away, 2-1 in neutral site games. My only hope is that the second two regions are just going to be so bad that it'll compensate a little bit. There's too much top heavy going on right now.
Okay. Well, let's see what continues to happen.
Nothing. Oh, the Retrievers. The 14-14 UMBC.
Oh my God.
7-6 in conference, 9-4 at home, 5-8 away, 0-2 on the neutral sites.
Okay.
This is getting mad boring.
I'm enjoying your reactions, dude.
Oh, thank you, Sean. You kindly blow it out your ass. Kansas State Wildcats. Okay, yeah, we got some here. Our first last place team. Unfortunately, they still are 9-18, so not too abysmal. But they're 2-12 in conference, 10-6 at home, 1-8 away, and 0 in neutral site games.
They have neutral site games, though.
4 of them.
Oh my God.
They're a regular, I don't know, what was the school that we were talking about before? Moving on.
Anyway, so there you go. Someone to root for you.
Yeah, for me, other than that school I went to.
Do you really want to root for them, though?
Hofstra?
Yeah.
I mean, they're expensive, but I got some homies.
All right, anyway, moving on.
If Rowan was D1, you'd root for them.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd root for the profs.
I don't need to know what your school's called. All right, the Northridge of CSUs. They are 11-17, 6-6 in conference, 8-4 at home, 3-12 away, 0-1 in neutral site games. The Profs.
Picked your Hofstra Pride. Let's see, huh?
The Profs.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Why not?
They're not D1.
Oh. Spoiler alert.
I don't know if you can count that as a spoiler.
All right. Oh, our second Ivy League. Okay, yes. Yes.
Oh, we have some celebrating.
The 6-20 Columbia Lions, who are 1-9 in conference, 5-5 at home, and a shocking 0-14 away.
Wait, they're 1-9 in conference? So
Yep.
if I get that right, that means they've actually only won non-conference games at home, or at least 4 non-conference games at home.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And they're 1-1 in neutral site games, so the math doesn't do it any better justice there.
Oh my God.
I love March Madness. All right, we're awake now. A little bit of beer, we're all good.
All right, on to the next half. We have picking who will play the set of play-ins. So let's just see.
Oh, another Ivy's. The 12 and 11. I think we spin the wrong wheel. We had the Ivy League twice. Anyway, the 12 and 11 Princeton Tigers are 7 and 3 in conference, 6 and 5 at home, 4 and 5 away, and 2 and 1 in neutral site games.
I don't think so, but yeah, I know it's just weird. I think it's just how we split them.
Whoops. Split them bananas, huh?
Yeah. All right. Anyway, on to the number 3 seed for this region.
All right. Oh boy. Here we go. We gotta bring religion into it. You can just that's no fun. They're not even the worst St. Francis. There's 2 St. Francis schools, both in the same conference.
And
St. Francis of
one.
PA, yeah, 19 and 8.
Oh.
12 and 4 in conference, 10 and 2 at home, 8 and 6 away, 1 and 0 neutral site.
All right, who they play?
God. The Chattanooga Choo-Choos. Chattanooga. The 17 and 12.
Am I reading it right? They're the Mocs?
Yep, you are. 8 and 8 in the conference, and then 4 at home, 6 and 8 away, and 2 and 0 in neutral site games. Literally every team has won a neutral site game this year.
Didn't Kansas State not win one?
Hey. This is not a time for debate, Sean.
Oh, okay.
We're a team here.
Okay, anyway. On to the next one.
The 8 and 21 VMI. They are 3 and 13 in conference, 5 and 9 at home, 2 and 11 away, 1 and 1 in neutral site games.
All right, another team though that's you're rooting for, right?
I've never had a rooting interest, Sean. It's all about being professional.
Okay. Well, let's see who they play.
You don't root for people to get hurt.
Definitely not.
Out of the same conference as our folk heroes from Chicago State, it is the Utah Valley Wolverines. But they are better than Chicago State. They are 11 and 17. They are 5 and 8 in conference, 6 and 6 at home, 5 and 11 away. No neutral site games.
Did I hear that right? No neutral site?
No neutral site games, Sean.
Dang.
I'm so sorry to disappoint you. I know you live for the drama of these neutral site games.
Alright. Who's going to be the second seed in this region?
Sean, don't take NyQuil. Not that I'm on NyQuil, but I am SMU. Southern Methodist. All 18 and 8, really? They are 18-8, 8-6 in conference,
All right.
14-1 at home,
Who will they play?
4-7 on the road.
Who will the last team in Region 2 be, completing just over half of our bracket?
The beauty school of Farrah Fawcett.
I don't think so. How about NJIT? I'm pretty sure they're D1.
Isn't that one of the schools you got into?
No, it's just near here.
Okay. Wake Forest out of the ACC. They are the second worst team in the ACC at 11-15, 4-12 in conference, 7-5 at home, 1-9 on the road, 3-1 at neutral site games though, and that's all it takes to make a Sweet 16.
All right. Well, is it sad that even with the names in front of me, I'm still misspelling them?
No. It's just on brand for you.
Okay, well, at least there's that.
Everybody's got a brand. I'm a weirdo. You're not good with grammar.
Okay. On to Region 3. This will be just over half of our bracket.
All right. I'm hoping it's like a school that starts with a number. Illinois. They are 17-9, sitting directly below our previously aforementioned Wisconsin Badgers. They are 9-6 in conference, 12-3 at home, 5-5 away, but 0-1 in neutral site games.
That was really tough to spell.
Illinois.
Fighting Illini?
Illini.
Wait, what?
So it's pronounced Illini.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, I'm sorry.
It's literally, you just take all the O's out.
Okay. Well, anyway, on to the 8th seed.
The 8th seed. Whoa. It's the 8th seed. Oh, the Gauchos. Where Steve Nash went to school. They are 18-9, 7-5 in conference, 11-3 at home, 7-6 away. No neutral site games though. That inexperience could prove to be costly.
I was going to ask, was the last time they were good when Steve Nash went to that school, but no.
If they're 18-9, I think the last time that they were good would be now.
Yeah.
Not to take shots at you, Sean, but...
Alright, on to the 9th seed, who they'll be facing.
Canada State. All right, the last place in the MAC. They are 11-16. The Western Michigan Broncos. 4-10 in conference, 8-5 at home, 3-9 away, 0-2 in neutral site games. So consider them to be either an easy or tough out. It's your call.
Okay.
You can make an argument for both sides.
We'll say easy, because 0-2 in neutral site.
Okay, sure. If you want to be a prick about it.
Alright, anyway.
We'll just say it's easy.
The 5th seed.
Evansville Purple Aces. All right, we got another last place team. I told you when we get to Region 3 and 4, we might see some of this. The 9-20 Evansville Purple Aces, which you can't call yourself aces when you're below 500. They are 0-16 in conference, John.
Oh, damn.
Somehow, though, 5-9 at home. 3-9 on the road.
Wait.
and 1-12, or I'm sorry, 1-2 in neutral site games. So they've won in every aspect except for in conference. It makes no sense at all. This is what's great. All right, I'm back in.
I'm so confused. What the? How?
This is that's our winner right there.
Oh my god!
It's
right.
like
Who do they
Chicago
play?
State. There's only one way to find out.
Spinning the wheel.
Spinning at the wheel. All right, the Georgia Bulldogs. The 14-13 Georgia Bulldogs are 4-10 in conference, 11-4 at home, 3-7 away, 0-2 in neutral site games.
So nothing the Evansville Purple Aces can't handle.
Oh yeah, I mean they're aces and they're purple.
You know they should be in the top 90 percentile, right?
Oh yeah, everybody on the Purple Aces probably knows what the percentile means. And if you're an ace, you just go flying.
All right, on to the 4 seed.
UNLV should rename their team to the Blackjacks. I don't know what a running rebel is, but all right. Oh boy, Sean. I've never heard of this school before. But
so why don't you enlighten us?
Get used to them because they are 9-18, 6-10 in their own conference. Amazingly, only 4th worst in their own conference. If we could get Houston Baptist on here, I'd be really happy. But anyway, back to this incarnate word. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. They're 7-7 at home, 2-11 away. No neutral site games because they don't give neutral site games to schools that nobody's ever heard of. But if we could get Houston Baptist, which is 3-22, that would be a major win for the Wheel.
All right, well, we'll see. I'm pretty sure we have to wait for the Wheel to come back around, though.
Yeah, although there is a 2-24 team.
Yeah, all right, well, let's see who the 13th seed is in this region.
Give me that. All right, Coastal Carolina. The school that Myrtle Beach didn't build. The 14-15 Chanticleers are 7-11 in conference, 9-9 at home, 5-5 away, 0-1 in neutral site games, and they are representing the Sun Belt Conference. And the Myrtle Beach airport is tiny.
Okay. All right, so now that the wheels have gone back around, we can start filling the last half of Region 3.
Fill that fucker up. Let's do this. Yay! The Duquesnes. Which, by the way, was Duquesne in it last year?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. Our first team to go back-to-back with tournament appearances. It's the Duquesne Dukes with an 18-8 record, 8-6 in conference, 9-3 at home, 4-3 away. Maybe the most neutral site games of any team.
At
5-2.
7?
5-2. Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Do they even need their own stadium?
I mean, there's a 50-50 chance that they just play them all at Penn's Arena. Because, it's downtown Pittsburgh.
Yeah. All right. Who do they play?
I'm hoping it's Robert Morris. All right. The Idaho State. So we have Idaho and Idaho State. And this is great because Idaho State is 6-19, 3-13 in conference, 4-8 at home, 2-11 on the road, but no neutral site games.
I'm sorry, but there's a team that's 0-16 in conference.
Yep, and Idaho State, not those teams.
Oh. All right, who gets the third seed?
The San Francisco Belch. Oh, not Rutgers. Rutgers isn't crap this year. I told you, it's probably going to be Rutgers that wins the whole thing because they're not crap this year, and it's going to ruin the wheel.
I'm actually surprised. Rutgers is usually bad.
Yeah, just for the first 26 years of our lives. Rutgers is 18-10, 9-8 in conference, 17-1 at home in that crappy arena that they play in. 1-7 on the road, which is god awful for a team that was ranked at one point this year. 0-2 in neutral site games.
All right, so let's see who they're playing.
Who's going to play Rugers? William and Mary, the Tribe. The second place team out of the Colonial Athletic Association behind Hofstra. This 20-10 team has a 12-5 conference record, 10-2 at home, 10-7 away, and 0-1 neutral site games.
Wasn't Hofstra like number 2 in their region?
No, Region 2 they were.
Huh?
They were in Region 2.
No, what
The
did they
2 seed.
seed to? I'm saying.
Oh, no, they're number 1 in that conference.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, let's see who the 7 seed is.
Come on, Sean. Head out of your ass. The Monmouth Hawks and Sean's hometown heroes are in. The 16-11 Monmouth Hawks are 10-6 in their own conference, 9-1 at home, 6-9 away, 1-1 in neutral site games.
All right.
The birth of an era.
So let's see who gets the 10 seed here. Can it be? Which team are we hoping for?
I don't know.
All right. Well, let's see.
Montreal Alouettes.
Wasn't it Houston or something?
Houston Baptist. All Fairleigh Dickinson, just what we needed. Another New Jersey team. In the Battle of New Jersey, it is the 9-18 Fairleigh Dickinsons. They are 7-9 in their own conference, 6-5 at home, 3-13 away, but no neutral site games to account for.
All right. I was actually kind of surprised that we saw them. I don't know what to say.
I'd say it's fairly ridiculous.
All right. Anyway, let's see who gets the 2 seed. The last round of the 64 match in this region.
Colorado. The number 1 team, I believe, in the Pac-12. They are 21-7, 11-5 in conference, 13-3 at home, 4-4 away, 4-0 in neutral site games. The Buffaloes. Are you a Buffalo?
So they'll be hard this year to beat.
Look, I don't like to talk about animal genitalia.
How do I? Oh my god. Okay, well, let's just keep going. Last team of Region 3.
In the Tunnel, the best sports humor podcast that you've ever heard of that uses the words animal genitalia. Put that on a poster and print it.
How about
Mom.
no?
Put that on the fridge, Mom.
Definitely not.
The Alabama State Hornets are 8-18 in the same conference as our once proud Mississippi Valley Staters. The 8-18 Alabama State Hornets are 7-6 in conference, 4-2 at home, 2-13 away, and 2-3 in neutral site games.
All right.
Why do all these mid-majors have so many neutral site games? I asked myself, and then I decided an investigative journalistic piece might be the answer. But unfortunately, I didn't have the camera.
All right, so let's do the last region.
If you watch the video and see Sean's face there, it looks very much like someone who just got lost in a blizzard.
Oh my. Okay. Anyway, last region. Let's start us off with the number 1 seed. Let's see.
The shark bites. Patrick Marleau is on the Pens. All right, the Seattle Red Hawks are 14-14, 7-6 in their own conference, 9-4 at home, 3-9 away, 2-1 in neutral site games. Because again, they just hand these things away like. Honestly, every neutral site game should just be played on Halloween, and it would be like, oh well, this is the candy for this year.
Okay. Anyway, let's see who gets the 16 seed to face them.
Word. Do. I hope it's East Carolina. The 11-17 Eastern Carolina Pirates are 5-10 in their own conference, 9-6 at home, 1-9 away, and 1-2 in neutral site games. Hand them like candy, I tell you. Handing them like candy.
Okay. I'm still surprised that Duquesne had 7.
Sean, do you like candy?
Candy's okay. Depends on what.
Sweet tarts.
No.
Red velvet cake.
I mean, does that count as candy or cake?
Sure, that's cake.
Anyway, let's see who gets picked as the 8 seed.
I'll get you a red velvet cake, Sean. Creighton. I told you Creighton was going to be mentioned. Creighton's nationally ranked too. They are 22-6.
How highly ranked are
in their
they?
conference, like 15.
Huh?
11-4 in conference, 15-1 at home, 6-4 on the road, 1-1 in neutral site games. The Creighton Blue Jays, I believe.
Blue Jays, yes. All right, let's see who they
play. The best
play.
Blue Jays since Toronto.
Well, let's just see who they play.
They're also in Nebraska. Northwestern. Oh boy. Oh boy.
What is this?
6-20. 1-15 in conference, 4-10 at home, 1-9 away, 1-1 neutral site games. In a stacked Big Ten, it might be hard for them to reach up this ladder of their 11 games back in time for March Madness.
Especially the 9th seed of a region. All right, well, let's see who gets the 5th seed.
Detroit Mercy. Oh boy. 7-22. 5-11 in their own conference, 5-8 at home, 1-13 away, 1-1 in neutral site games. The Detroit Mercy Titans
Okay, so we're getting some
Oh,
pretty good teams down here.
Sean likes when I do French.
All right. Anyway, let's see who they play.
Oh boy. How do you pronounce that, Sean?
Do you really want me to try and pronounce that?
Nope.
I can barely spell this.
I think it's Bethune-Cookman Wildcats. They are 14-13, 8-5 in conference, 8-1 at home, 4-12 away with a 2-0 neutral site record. Not as bad as we would think, but
Okay, but they're seriously handing out neutral site games. What the heck?
yeah, like this is ridiculous now.
All right. On to the 4 seed.
All right, let's do this. UNLV, the running. All right, so the UNLVs are 15-14, 10-6 in conference, 11-6 at home, 4-7 away, and 0-1 in neutral site games.
All right, so let's see who they play.
Arizona State. Arizona State is 19-8, 10-5 in conference, 12-2 at home, 6-3 away, and 1-3. That's right, they have just as many losses in neutral site games as they do as away games.
Damn. And that could be the last time we see that wheel for the rest of this.
Depends on if you're a betting man on math. What is the number that you'll ever seed?
Let's kick off the last half of a region with this one to play their play-in opponent.
Oh! I got so excited UNCG was right there. Don't worry, Sean. This is the worst team in the Southern Conference. The Citadel is 6-21. They are 0-16 in conference. 3-10 at home, 3-11 away, and not worthy of a neutral site game.
Dang, that's saying something. Ooh.
It's saying, "Holy crap! Look at that!"
All right, let's see.
Someone polish that turd.
And this is the last time we would see that wheel and this one.
We need UNCG. The Georgia State Panthers. They are 18-11 out of the Sun Belt, 11-7 in conference, 11-1 at home, 6-10 away, with 1-0 in neutral site play. So say goodbye to that wheel.
All right. And we will be saying bye to each wheel as we go, I guess. So let's see who they play.
So long, farewell to you, my friend. Goodbye for now. Until I fart again, I said go long. The Tulsa Golden Hurricane out of the American Athletic Conference is 18-9. Sporting a 10-4 conference record, 13-2 at home, 5-6 away, and 0-1 neutral site. And then we say so long, farewell to you. Remember that show?
Yes.
Out of the box.
Oh my god. All right. Anyway, let's say hello and bye to the roulette-colored wheel.
Hey kids, on this show, we're gonna build a sad realization that you don't have enough cardboard in your life.
Oh God.
All right, the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles are 9-20. Wow, I wish it was Kennesaw State.
Why do you wish it was Kennesaw State?
They're the worst team in Division One. They're 1-26.
No.
Can we just replace them with Kennesaw State?
Oh my God, I can't believe a team like that exists.
All right, we'll have to give some thought on if we're just going to sneak Kennesaw State into the spot.
We'll see.
Yeah, before next episode.
All right. Anyway, let's see.
All right. Just a disclosure to anyone listening. If it happens, it happens.
Let's see
All
what
right.
the next wheel brings as its last.
The UNC Asheville Bulldogs. Bark, bark. They are 13-14, 7-9 in conference, 9-5 at home, 4-9 away, and not deserving of any neutral site games. Goodbye, Will. And now to our last two spots. The number 2 seed. The
All right, the number 2 seed coming out of this wheel will be the Florida Atlantic Owls.
Okay, now I feel like we have to do Kennesaw because we can't have too much Florida. 15-13, 7-8 in conference, 13-3 at home, 2-10 away. The Florida Atlantic Bulldog or Owls, Owl Dogs.
Sure, we'll go with Owl Dogs, I guess.
Somebody print a T-shirt.
Anyway, on to the last team to make it into Wheel Madness, I guess. Let's go.
Let's go. It's dun 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 dun.
We have
Bowling Green.
Bowling Green Falcons.
We couldn't end on a high note. We end on a winning note. 20-7, 11-3 in conference, 12-1 at home, 5-3 away, 3-3 in neutral site games. That'll do it for the bracket for this year. Stay tuned. Unfortunately, it wasn't as comical yet as last year, but there's still time. And we might put Kennesaw State in there just to further improve the odds of comic relief because we care about you people, those who listen.
And next episode, we will have some stats about this, like how many Bulldogs are in this tournament, maybe, and we'll talk.
How many Bulldogs do I give a shit about?
Other sports, too, along with progressing our bracket through the round of 64.
And don't forget our way too late at the time NHL trade deadline recap coming up soon.
But
because
you need time to think about it and let it settle before we just bombard you with all the...
Yeah, because what if they turn the NHL into like the NBA and players just get waived all of a sudden? It could happen.
It could.
We're not one to react to things too soon.
Yeah. All
right. Well, we appreciate you tuning in for our annual bracket reveal.
Yep.
And we'll have that posted soon as we figure out the final bracket. And then we will upload it to our Facebook page. You can be finding that at Facebook In the Tunnel Podcast.
Yep.
No, I'm sorry, at In the Tunnel Pod. Or, let's just look this up. Sean Stauffer, second here.
It's In the Tunnel Pod, I'm pretty sure.
The tunnel.
I could be wrong.
In the tunnel.
Because that could be Twitter.
At In the Tunnel Podcast on Facebook.
And then In the Tunnel Pod on Twitter.
Yeah. Although we don't really use that anymore.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
See ya and good night, Chicago State. we always will have a sore place in our heart for you that you couldn't repeat.